Hello, what's up guys? Well, my 30-day clean eating challenge is officially over. Yesterday was the last day and wow, was that a ride. So I am out here in my gym. I just got done with my workout and I thought that I would make my very last video for this series of this 30-day clean eating challenge and just talk about some of the things I learned, some really valuable lessons I learned along the way in this last month. There was some pretty specific outcomes or things I was after while doing this challenge. I really wanted to create some healthier habits around food and around my eating, and I definitely did that. I really wanted to lose weight, and I did that. But aside from those things, I learned some really valuable lessons that I didn't, expect to learn. And so I wanted to share with you guys what those lessons were. So first and foremost, I had to get really dialed in on my why. Why was I doing this? Because this is a hard change to make. This is not an easy, this was like a complete overhaul of my diet and how I was eating. And it's something I felt like I needed to do for a really long time, but that I kept putting off because I didn't actually think I could do it. And frankly, I didn't really want to do it until I figured out why it was most important. And for a long time, my why was, I just want to lose weight. I want to get skinny. I want to look better. And while losing weight isn't a bad thing, I still want to lose weight. That why wasn't for me strong enough. It just didn't work. For a lot of years, that was my why. And it just didn't power me enough to, or empower me enough to actually make the healthy changes that I needed to make. So what was the why that finally made me feel like I could do this? And that why is, I just want to feel good. I just want to feel good. And knowing that giving up or at least cutting way back on a lot of these junk foods that I really love eating, I knew I was going to feel better. I knew it was going to be hard, but feeling good has become super important to me because if I don't feel good, I don't actually do good. And I'm not the mom I want to be. I'm not the wife I want to be. I'm not living the life I want to live. I don't have the energy that I want. I don't have the good health that I want to go and live the life that I want to live. When I don't feel good, I just want to lounge around and be lazy and numb out on my phone and with food and in front of the TV. I just know I'm not the person I'm meant to be if I don't feel good. And eating all that junk food and eating all that sugar and all that stuff, it was making me feel so yucky, so tired, so sluggish, so brain foggy, so impatient and frustrated and just not good. So really and truly just focusing on feeling good helped me push through those really hard times when I wanted to give up, when I wanted to really plow a plate of chocolate chip cookies or run to the drive-thru and get my favorite bacon cheeseburger and a milkshake and french fries. I love that stuff, right? And I enjoy that food in the moment, but afterwards, I feel so crappy. Focusing on my why of I just want to feel good and asking myself, if I do this, is it going to make me feel good? And if the answer is no, then I don't do it. And it has really, really helped me stick to my guns. Okay, the next thing that I learned about myself is I don't have to give up on myself. So in the past, I have taken up challenges like this or taken up different diets or different programs or different workout programs to improve my health and improve my life. Oftentimes, I would get into it only for a handful of days and it would get hard and I would give up. Or I would get off track and think, well, that's it. I can't do it. I'm giving up. This is too hard. I can't, just for whatever reason, I had all these limited thoughts about myself and whether I could actually do this or not. Focusing on my why helped me realize that I don't have to let myself down. I don't have to give up on myself when I mess up. And I messed up. I had 1 week in particular, the third week, where I really got off track for several days on my food. I was really off and it didn't feel good. And I wanted to give up. I wanted to quit. I wanted to throw in the towel and say, you know what? I did great for those first 2 weeks, felt really good, but I just don't think I can do this. Those thoughts want to run the show for me, but those thoughts keep me stuck. And if I give into them and I let them run the show, I'm not going to make the progress I want to make. I'm not going to have the health I want to have. I'm not going to feel good so that I can do good. Focusing on my why and helping me power through those hard times and then deciding that no, I am not giving up on myself. I'm gonna pick myself back up. I'm gonna finish that fourth and final week strong, and it was hard. And you know what? I didn't make as great of progress the third and fourth weeks that I wanted to, and not as good as the first and second week. But I didn't let myself quit. And I learned that I can be there for me, even when I mess up, even when I fall off the wagon hardcore, even when I wanna quit. I decided my health and how I feel was too important to give up after 3 or 4 days of off. It was time to pick myself up and keep going. And I learned that I can do that. I learned that I'm not a quitter. I learned that even when the going gets hard, when the going gets tough, I can get tougher and I can do this. And I'm excited to keep going with that because that's really empowering and really very exciting for me to learn because I have a really long past track record of not being there for myself and not supporting myself through these times when things get tough. The third really important lesson that I learned, and I learned a lot of really important things along the way, but this last one really helped me power through as well. And that was focusing on progress, not perfection. So the first 2 weeks, I did really good. I stayed on track. I lost 3 pounds the first week, 3 pounds the second week. That's for me a really big weight loss. And so I realized that sticking to a clean eating way of living actually does work for me. And I was feeling good. I was having more energy. I just generally in all ways felt better. And then for whatever reason, the third week hit, life got a little stressful, a little busy, and I kind of got into a funk and I just couldn't get myself out of it. I was feeling really bad. Like I said, I really kind of went back and forth. Do I keep this up? Do I give up? Do I start over in the next challenge with, in a week or two later? Do I, throw in the towel and start over on Monday? I've done that a lot. Deciding to pick myself back up and finish strong through the fourth week really helped me keep going. And when I weighed myself at the end of this, I hadn't lost any more weight in those last 2 weeks. I lost 6 pounds in the first 2 weeks, and then I just maintained that weight loss. And I was pretty bummed about that. I was really excited to have lost those 6 pounds, what felt like sort of easily, even though it was hard work. Again, I just thought, is this worth it? Is it worth keeping going with this? Because I let myself down. However, I had to stop and take a step back and look and go, you know what? You might not have lost weight these last couple of weeks, but in a month, you lost 6 pounds. That's huge. I don't know if I've ever lost 6 pounds in a month, frankly. So honestly, that's progress. I learned these really important lessons. That's progress. These are the things I'm focusing on instead of where I feel like I failed, instead of where I feel like I got totally off track and I maybe let myself down for a few days and I didn't stick to my guns like I wanted to. Those things do make me feel bad, but I'm leaving that in the past. That does not help me move forward. It does not help me get where I want to go. I am focusing on these lessons that I learned that are valuable and the fact that I did lose some weight and I generally am just feeling better than I did before this. So, was this 30-day clean eating challenge worth it? Absolutely. Because of all these things I have just talked about, it was completely, totally worth it. It was hard. I struggled. I got off track. I did a lot of good. I learned that I can eat well and I can enjoy it. I learned that I can say no to those foods I used to think I couldn't say no to. I have learned that I can do this, and it is not easy and I'm not doing it perfectly, but I can do it and I can pick myself up when I get off track and I can get back on track. So this has been a really awesome learning experience for me. I just feel better, generally speaking, and I am ready to keep going with it. And I'm sure that I won't do it perfectly, but because I've learned these things, I'm ready to take these lessons that I've learned and help power me through another month of this. And I'm really excited to keep going. So if you made it through this video, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you coming along with me. If you feel so inclined to like and subscribe, I would love to have you along. I will continue making videos once or twice a week with things I'm learning, things that are working for me, things that maybe aren't working for me. I like to share this stuff. Maybe it could help somebody else out there. So yeah, consider liking and subscribing. Please comment. Let's be buddies, workout buddies, fitness buddies. Let's support each other along the way. And I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will be back with another video in a couple of days.